You got carry out?
Everything that you need, we have here at the shop. Very unique. You order today, carry out tonight. That's our version of carry out.
All right, I'll take one of everything.
Well, that may take a little longer. We'll have it for you tomorrow night.
I'll be back tomorrow to pick it up.
We'll be waiting for you.
Burtner Electric Incorporated has been proudly serving our residential and commercial customers with quality electrical repair for over 33 years. We are fully licensed and insured in electrical wiring and electrician service packages. You'll receive a competitive assessment whether you're a homeowner or a business owner, first-time or long-time customer. We offer free estimates for any new project. Call our licensed and experienced electricians today.
You want a career that creates experiences that are impossible to forget. By studying sports and events at IUPUI, you'll get hands-on experience in and out of the classroom. And with Indy as your classroom, there are high-profile events, sports franchises, hotels, museums, and large organizations across the city to engage, educate, and enlighten your student journey before you graduate. There isn't a better city than Indianapolis to get the experience you need to prepare you to handle any event, big or small. It all starts here.
At Morales Group Staffing, we are all about building better futures. And during these times, we are working hard to put people to work. We are now hiring for hundreds of jobs with pay up to $17 an hour. Visit our website at moralesgroup.net or text JOBS, JOBS, to 317-472-7600 to apply now and get hired today.
You're good at keeping the car clean. We're good at your insurance.
Start with Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance, online, over the phone, or in person, and stop knocking on wood.
High school sports fans, welcome back to Game Time. To pure spirit, to pure sport. Welcome back to high school sports.
Fans, I'm IHSA Commissioner Paul Knighty, and I just want to say, welcome back.
This is Game Time. This is Indiana high school sports. This is your IHSAA.
You want a career that will transform your life while you change the lives of others by helping them live well. With a health or exercise sciences degree from IUPUI School of Health and Human Sciences, you will gain an in-depth understanding of the healthcare industry while preparing you for a variety of graduate and professional programs in health. And with Indy as your classroom, you will have clinical options within leading hospitals right in our backyard, as well as a degree from Indiana University, reputable leaders in the healthcare industry. It all starts here.
Can't get to a computer? Then we've got you covered. Just go to the IndianaSRN app and stay up to date with all of your favorite teams. You can watch live coverage or relive the experience with our on-demand service.
You're good at basement basketball.
We're good at your insurance.
Start with Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance, online, over the phone, or in person, and stop knocking on wood.
Mortgage Group. I've been teaching here at Guerin Catholic for 13 years. I've been assistant coach also for 13 years. And I think it's important in today's world that we have young people growing up with the morals and values of faith-based education.
Hello, I'm Dwayne Thompson with Integrity Mortgage Group, and I support Guerin Catholic High School because I'm good friends and business partners with assistant coach Tommy Mascari, and any chance I have to support a Christ-centered education for today's youth, I take advantage of that opportunity and support in any way I can with my time, effort, volunteering, funds, and commercials like these.
Together we soar. Guerin Catholic Sports on IndianaSRN.
where you're always in the game.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to Collier Arena on the campus of Hanover College as we bring you our second HCAC semifinal. It's the number 2 seed Rose-Hulman Fighting Engineers coming in at 15-9 against the number 6 Franklin Grizzlies at 12-14. Tonight's semifinal action is brought to you in part by the Morales Group, building better futures, one story at a time. Also by Bertner Electric, your licensed and experienced electricians serving Central Indiana. Piper Logistics, 3 service, 1 solution. And by Reynolds Farm Equipment, your hometown farm equipment dealer. Great to have you with us tonight. One team is in, that is the host Hanover, the number 1 seed. They advanced with a win just moments ago. They beat Transylvania. Now they wait and watch. Will it be Rose-Hulman or will it be Franklin College? Troy Dargowski, Coach Keith Myers. Here we go. Game number 2 today.
Yeah, you say now they go and watch. Well, where do they watch? I used to tell my team, go home, go get out of here.
Yeah.
It's my job to watch this game, not you.
Yeah.
I don't know. The college kids, they may be watching it in their locker room. Because they know where the hookup is and they know where IndianaSRN is, and so they may be watching it. I tell you what, we had a lot of viewers that first game. We got a lot of viewers this game. It's going to be a lot of fun. This game will be very interesting because Rose-Hulman, the 2 seed, if I remember correctly, but just by half game.
Yeah.
You look at Franklin; they were were they the 6th seed if I remember correctly?
Franklin's number 6.
They had to play very, very tough. On Sunday, they had a tougher opponent. They had the number 3 team that they had to beat away from home. So Franklin has not been playing basketball at Franklin for quite a while. They're used to wearing those blue traveling uniforms. Rose-Hulman, coached by Rusty Lloyd, Rusty's done a great job all the years that he's been there. And, you look at Game 1, Troy, this has been a very interesting game as well. Game 1 and Game 2 that they played during the regular season.
We'll get to that in a moment. Here's how these 2 teams got here. You mentioned Franklin. They beat the 3rd seed Defiance 81-69, and then Rose-Hulman, the number 2 seed, beat Earlham, the number 7 seed, by 10, 66-56. But during the regular season, these 2 teams met at Franklin the first time back on January the 5th, the close ball game, 71-64, Rose-Hulman wins. But they meet again on February 18th. They meet at Rose-Hulman. It was a 26-point win. It was all Rose-Hulman from the very beginning on that one.
So in your mindset, all of a sudden, now you're thinking, okay, what do I do? We've been beat twice. As you know, it is hard to beat someone 3 times in a row. So if you're Rose-Hulman, you got to go in there with almost like a chip on your shoulder and say, look, they're coming hunting. They're hunting. And they're hunting you. So you got to play aggressive. You got to watch the turnovers. You got to rebound. All those things that you did to beat them to 2 games, you have to do this game.
You look at the 2 matchups earlier, and neither team really shot lights out, but Rose did shoot much better in that second game, ended up shooting 56%. Franklin shot 36%, but what really caught my eye, they shot 39 three-pointers, made just 8 of those for 21%. Rose out-rebounded them as well, 44-29. So the numbers really went the way of Rose-Hulman in that second game. Coach, there's no doubt about it. If you're going to win tonight, Franklin's going to have to shoot a lot better than they did in those first 2 games.
And I think they're a little bit better team than they were then as well. They got some wins underneath there, got a young ball club, and you look at up and down these rosters and you see a lot of Indiana kids. And it's a lot of fun to see these kids once again on the basketball floor as we're about 5 minutes away from the tip-off. A nice little crowd for the second game as well. I don't think anybody went home.
One other note I might make about Rose-Hulman, if you look at how many different starting lineups they've had this year, they've had a lot of guys.
At least 7, right?
Yeah, at least 7. I'm going to go back and check because I got it here in my notes someplace. They've had probably double-digit starters because, I don't know if it's because of injury, what the case may be, but for them to be in the semifinals with that many different starting lineups, kind of unusual.
Interesting that Rose-Hulman's assistant coach, John Brush, comes up and says hi to us before the first game and said, hey, glad that you're here. And that's like, well, you're here early. Yeah, maybe. So what they've been doing. So both teams ready to play, ready to be aggressive basketball. If the officiating will allow them to play, this should be another physical but under control game. Again, like I said before, the winner of this game will score more points than the other guy.
That's why we have you here.
I know. It's just the basketball IQ that I have.
You're a lot like Columbo. You figure it out really early. It's
and I
amazing.
Don't ask many questions.
You don't. That's what's nice about it. By the way, one other note before we take a timeout that was different in that second game, that you look at what Rose-Hulman was able to do with their bench. They had 18 by Dylan Duff. Terry Hicks had 14. Max Chaplin had 10, all off the bench. So their bench, you don't lose much when those guys come in.
And I think that's the key. I think that was the key of game number 1. Hanover had maybe a little bit deeper bench, though Transylvania kids came off the bench, played pretty well. It's going to be a very interesting ball game to see what happens here.
We'll have the starters coming up in a couple of moments. This is the second semifinal. You're watching the HCAC Basketball Championships on HCAC TV, powered by IndianaSRN. Back once again here at Collier Arena. Game 1, by the way, if you missed it, the number 1 seed, Hanover, put 90 on the board against Transylvania. They advanced to the championship. And I'll tell you what, that game was very physical. As you said, it was under control and everything, but give Hanover credit.
They scored 43 at halftime, and you go, no, there's no way they can match that. They get 47 in the second half. Knocked down a lot of free throws. It was a free throw shooting contest, I think, and they were almost near perfect. I think they missed, 4 free throws in the whole entire ballgame.
Yeah, 24-29
yeah,
is what it was.
Can't beat that, can you?
Yeah, and I think that they ended up shooting 23 of those, if not mistaken, in the second half. Here's the other thing from a game standpoint. They shot 57%, and that was because they got so many points in the paint. They ended up with 42 points in the paint in that ballgame. So that gives you a pretty good idea of the night that Hanover had, the number 1 seed, and they'll play for the championship tomorrow as they win their 21st game.
They also had 4 guys in double figures and 4 guys that aren't used to being in double figures.
Yeah.
That was the key of that game. Set the play for this one, though, for you. Rose-Hulman and Franklin, thank you very much for joining us. And we want to, if you're out there and you would like to tweet us, you can do that at IndianaSRN. We'll also have the women's score for you. Transy did advance to the championship game. In the women's game, their second game they're about a half an hour ahead of us. So their second game is coming up as well. So should be in this contest and the women's. And don't forget both championship games on tomorrow night at 6 o'clock right here on HCAC.TV and IndianaSRN.
We'll have the keys to the game. Coach will have those in a couple of moments. Here's how things will line up tonight. First off, for the Grizzlies of Franklin, again, they come in at 12 and 14. At one guard spot, a freshman 6'1" out of Indianapolis, Trey Flatt. He'll wear number 3. 6'1" and a freshman out of Versailles, Indiana, number 11, Cody Samples. 6'5" and a junior, number 15, out of Greenwood, Indiana, is Carter Crow. 6'6" and a junior, a forward out of Brownsburg, Indiana, number 31, Ryan Wiggins. And then 6'5" and a senior out of West Lafayette, number 40, Matt Krause. On the other side, here's how Rose-Hulman will line up. Vuk Jurek, 6'7" and a junior out of Chicago. He wears number 0. He'll be at forward. At guard, a sophomore from Alexandria, Virginia, 5'11", number 3, Bradley Harden. Also at guard, 6'2", and a sophomore from Jasper, Jackson Kabrick. At guard, 6'3", and a junior out of Germantown, Ohio, number 23, Willie Bowman. And a freshman out of Indianapolis, 6'7", number 42, Miles McGowan. Coach, you look at two teams. You said it's hard to beat one team 3 times in a row. What's it going to take tonight for Franklin to advance?
Franklin just needs to play their style of basketball, not worry about anything else but to advance and so control the boards, hit your jump shots, get the 50-50 ball, and then not get into foul trouble. I don't think their bench is as deep as Rose-Hulman. If you're Rose-Hulman, boy, you're the number 2 seed. You're supposed to be here. You're actually supposed to play tomorrow.
Yeah.
So you can't look past Franklin, and we see teams sometimes tend to do that. They have to control the tempo of the game. And by that, I mean, if they got to run the shot clock down, then they are great outside shooters. If they're on tonight, it could be a very long night.
Here's one other thing. If you look at Rose-Hulman, they're bigger. You look at Jurek, he is 6'7", 240. You look at Miles McGowan, 6'7", 200. 2 guys inside that are pretty beefy.
Yeah, and if they let them bang, it'd be a lot of fun watching the inside game.
Yeah, well, both teams are ready to go. Franklin is in the dark uniforms, and on the other side, you have Rose-Hulman in their white uniforms.
I want to thank you very much for tuning in. I want to thank our producer tonight, Matthew Stein, done an outstanding job on the 1 and 2s, and Ken Thomason on the camera. And we want to thank Rose-Hulman and their whole entire athletic staff for their great hospitality. Both of these ADs, again, fed us a lot of material this week. So to digest it, it's going to be a lot of fun watching this game.
All right, here we go. Game number 2 of our semifinals.
You excited?
I am.
I can tell.
I'm ready to go.
All right.
Let's do it. Franklin led by Matt Krause, and Ty Wright, who averages 17 per game, is not in the starting lineup here tonight. As we are ready to jump it up, and the tip would be 1, and it'll be Franklin basketball.
Rose-Hulman go man-to-man.
Game 2 here tonight. Winner will play in the championship tomorrow. Flat on the drive, missed the runner, gets the offensive rebound. Will find Wiggins, jumper good.
I like the inside game. Didn't go back, didn't force it back up, just to take it back out. Knocked down to 2.
First possession here for the Fighting Engineers. Kabrick on the drive, drew contact, hard on the shot, and the rebound there by Carter Crow. Second possession now for Franklin, and they got away with a traveler, a double dribble, either one there.
He said he was bobbling the ball.
Yeah, he did. 15 on the shot clock here for Franklin. Off the left-hand dribble, that is Matt Krause. Kraus will find Flat. Shot fake. Kraus in the corner. Here's a quick release on the three. Can't get the roll. Will head the other way.
Boy, the rims here, Hanover, though, are soft.
Crow, the one who missed the shot. Entry pass down low to Jurek. Nothing there. Goes opposite. The drive here by Bowman. The runner, no. Tip up, rebound, and a lot of contact, but McGowan able to put it in for Rose-Hulman. Miles with his first two, and we're tied at 2. This is Flat. Will find his teammate Wiggins. The handoff. This is Samples. Back outside now to Wiggins. Three-pointer good.
Wiggins has all 5.
Wiggins able to step out, give Franklin a 5-2 lead. Here's Bowman. They left him alone. Three-pointer. Rims in and out. Rebound pulled down by Kabrick. And they'll get another possession.
There's that height advantage for you.
Big guys inside, able to get the rebounds. Here's Bowman on the drive. Off balance shot, no. Rebound, Jurek finds his teammate who powers it in. That's McGowan. McGowan with 4.
McGowan and Wiggins are the only 2 that scored.
Here's Flat between the circles. Off the screen and cutting will be Samples. Flat back again, drives. Back outside, here's Wiggins again. Wiggins, all 8 points here for Franklin. Harden around the perimeter. They'll go Kabrick on the drive with the right hand. Bowman looking for his teammate Jurek. Lost it. Turnover for Rose-Hulman.
How about the quick hands? Good defense.
Now Franklin back with a 4-point lead as we're coming up on the 16-minute mark here in the opening half of play. That is Kraus with the left hand. Spins in the lane. Good. It is a 10-4 lead. Franklin off to a hot start. Harden will bring it across the timeline. Left at the elbow. Bowman for 3. He decides, I'm going to get into the act.
Nice.
Bowman with his first basket. Fast start, both teams here early. Franklin basketball once again. Wiggins out of Brownsburg. Gives it out front. Three-pointer no good by Samples. And the rebound and a foul call off the rebound by Kabrick. Got a new player coming in here for Rose. Trey Wirtz out of Cold Springs, Kentucky, 6'7", 250. So they got a little bit bigger here. He wears number 55. Also coming in, Max Chaplin, played at Brebeuf High School. He is a 6'2" junior. And he has the basketball right now for Rose. They'll double team, get it out of his hands and around the perimeter. Here's the drive, and missing the shot will be Zachary Jackson, who's checked in. And we're going to have a foul call against Franklin's number 11, Cody Samples.
Rooted him out, no position. Good call. Pretty easy call.
So we will inbound on the baseline. The drive here by Jackson. The kick out on the left wing to Bowman. Bowman gets the screen. And they'll move it back right side to Chaplin. He'll get a screen as well from McGowan. Gets double teamed, 4 on the shot clock. Got to get it off quickly. That one just barely hits the rim. Offensive rebound put back good by McGowan. He has 6 of the 9. It's a 1-point ball game. Kraus able to bring it across the timeline. Gives it up once again to Flat. Good look here at Wiggins. Back to Flat. Shot fake. Now spins in the lane. Back once again to Wiggins. Wiggins from 16. Good again. By the way, he only averages 7 a game. He already has 10. Back to a 3-point lead. Rose-Hulman basketball. Chaplin bounces away from the double team. Skip pass will find number 11, Zachary Jackson. Here's a 3 from the top. Good. That'll be Bowman. Bowman's second three-pointer. We're tied at 12. So again, Franklin basketball. That is Flat out front. Wiggins plays out there quite a bit, as you know already. He's hit a lot of outside shots here in the opening half. The drive by Samples and a foul call. That'll go against Zachary Jackson. And we've got a timeout on the floor. 14:35 to go in the first half. You're watching the HCAC Basketball Championship on HCAC TV, powered by IndianaSRN. Tied at 12 back here again at Collier Arena, and right now Ryan Wiggins leading the way for Franklin. He has all but 2 points here in the first half of play. He's just simply been unconscious early.
Yeah, got to keep him involved, and you don't know what might happen.
Franklin got out to a lead early, but now tied at 12 as you see Samples off the drive, gets double teamed. The kick out now to Kraus. Kraus in the circle, nothing there. Shot clock at 10. Here's Flatt. Flatt will drive, floater no. Battle for the rebound. It'll be Rose-Hulman basketball. Zachary Jackson comes away with, then turns it over. Carter Crow with the steal. Lead pass will find Flatt. Back once again to Crow. Still plenty on the shot clock at 19 here for Franklin. Here's Samples. We'll find his teammate Wiggins. Back to Samples. It'll be Kraus with a right hand. Shot clock now at 10. This is Flatt. Entry pass down low to Wiggins. Wiggins. They back off on him defensively. Wiggins will take it himself. Gets the roll, and Ryan Wiggins continues to be the spark for Franklin. 12 points of the 14 now for Wiggins. Wirtz, cross-court pass, quickly kicking outside. 3 at the top, misses everything as Bowman can't get it to go. Franklin, go ahead.
Crow went right after him. You notice that, and I think not deflected the shot, but it kind of had to adjust the shot.
By the way, Dylan Duff in for Rose. He's number 20 out of Fort Wayne Snyder, 6'5". And the other player in the ball game is Terry Hicks, 6'5", 220, out of Fishers, Indiana.
How about these Indiana kids? Good to see.
So now Franklin leading it by 2. Here's a 3 on the way, missing that one. Number 40, Kraus. Back the other way, quick release on the 3, no good by Harden. Here comes Franklin again. In the ball game, Lynn King as well out of South Bend. Played at South Bend Adams High School, and he wears number 30 for Franklin. This is Flatt off the screen, the step back, the kick out, the 3 on the way by King is no good, and the rebound for Rose, Dylan Duff. Duff wearing a face guard and apparently had a face injury at some point. Nice pass underneath. Trey Wirtz at 6'7", able to lay it in.
Might have gotten some help in the back there, but passed on that foul.
Tied at 14. Franklin basketball. Here's a 3 on the way, good. That is Kabrick out of Jasper. Kabrick was number 15. Yeah, Carter Crow. Yeah, it was Crow instead of Kabrick, excuse me, so Crow gets the 3. Back there the way we go. Rose, 3-pointer. That's going to be number 30. That time, Terry Hicks. So Hicks on the board here in the first half, tied at 17. That's Kraus with the basketball to Flatt. This is King who will hand it off now to Samples. Samples trying to find some open area in the corner. Another three. And coming back again is Crow. Second three-pointer here in the first half. It is back to a three-point lead. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch there by Chaplin.
How about the defense of Trey Flatt? Timeout.
You're watching the HCAC Basketball Championships on HCAC TV, powered by IndianaSRN. Back once again, Collier Arena. Let's take a look at a couple of threes hit just moments ago.
There's one. That's a nice smooth one. And then on the other side, I can do it on the other side too. Nice pass, nice look. He was bringing rain that one.
He was.
I mean, that was almost out of the picture frame.
You know, we have seen such a pattern here tonight. First game, at least 5 players, or maybe not more, scoring over their average.
Right.
We're seeing the same thing happening here in this one.
Semifinals, man. Step up, the good players raised to the top.
Yeah. And we have seen it here in the first half already. Franklin with a basketball. That is Samples. Gets the high screen from King. Samples loses it. Back the other way we go. On the run. Driving strong. Layup good. Coast to coast by Dylan Duff.
And you wonder how the mask is working for him.
Must be okay so far. 1 point lead. Hanover's bringing the players bringing in some food. I don't think any of it's for us, so.
No, I don't think so.
Logan Hudgens is in the ball game. Another turnover by Franklin. Back the other way. A lot of contact. Basket good. What a move there by Terry Hicks.
I got Hicks for 5. Is that right?
You do. Hicks took it strong. 21-20. Here's King with the basketball. Will work it around front. Hudgens had the ball, then they'll drive baseline, and that's going to be Carter Crow again. Let's take a look at Hicks right here after the steal. That's it, a lot of contact here, but he never let it bother him. Foul's going to go against number 20. That is Dylan Duff for Rose-Hulman. So Franklin trailing by 1. They pretty much led from the beginning. First time they've been behind. Samples, the kick out. Here's Wiggins again. And I'll tell you what, Ryan Wiggins is feeling it tonight.
Feed him the ball. Boy, I tell my players, man, if someone's got the hot hand, continue to give him the ball.
16 points in the first half. He averages just under 7. Ball tipped in the air, nearly stolen away. Around the perimeter, here's a 3 by Harden, no good. And high for the rebound. That is going to be Hudgens. 9:36 in the first half. Quick release, flat in the corner, no. And the rebound pulled down by Harden. Lead pass stolen away. Good effort there by Krause to read that one, and then they give it right back. Turnover by Wiggins.
That is a player that didn't know where he was on the floor. That's a tough turnover.
So now Rose-Hulman basketball as Harden has it near the midcourt circle. You see Franklin staying in the man-to-man. Shot clock down to 13. Pull-up jumper short as Terry Hicks can't get it to go. And it'll be Franklin ball leading it by 2. We just now made it under the 9-minute mark. That's Wiggins, left side wing. Hudkins, ball loose on the baseline. Foul called against Rose-Hulman. That'll go against number 30, which is Terry Hicks.
Halftime score of the women's side, Bluffton 37, Anderson 31. Again, that's halftime of the women's side.
Anderson kind of surprised to be in that one, right?
Yes, sir.
Off the inbound, left corner, that'll be Hudkins. He's out of Louisville. Turnover. Rose-Hulman back the other way, and off the foot is Hicks. Can't control it, goes out of bounds. Turnover, and back in the ball game now for Franklin will be Carter Crow.
How about Samson right there? Good defensive move. Samples.
Well, right now only 3 players have scored for Franklin, and Wiggins has 16 of the 23. He's going to stay in the ball game as long as he has the hot hand. Hudkins gets cut off on the drive, outside to Samples near the midcourt circle. Still 14 on the shot clock. And what do we got? A jump ball. Hicks in there to tie him up, and Samples tried to get around him. He's got a big body there. So back over now to Rose. They took the lead just moments ago, and then coming back was Wiggins to hit the 3 to give Franklin a 2-point lead. That's Hicks. Pull-up jumper, no. And Wiggins with a rebound for Franklin. So one and done that time for Rose. In business the other way is Franklin. Off the screen and the drive, and a nice drive, but a block at the other end. Give credit there to Dylan Duff. The drive by Hicks, and can't get it to go. Gets the rebound, put back good. Crowd wanted a traveling call from Franklin. We are tied at 23. The drive now by Hudkins. This will be Crow. Handoff now to Samples. The drive by Wiggins. The kick out. Samples for 3, no. Battle for the rebound, tipped out into the hands of Dylan Duff. But now Rose a chance to regain the lead. The high screen there by Jurek, and we have a traveling call the other way. And we've got a timeout on the floor. 7:12 remaining in the first half. You're watching the HCAC Basketball Championships on HCAC TV, powered by IndianaSRN. Semifinal game 2, we're tied at 23. Let's take a look at that block at the other end.
Timed that just right, didn't he?
That was the block by Dylan Duff.
And then they went out and ran.
It wasn't it Bill Russell many years ago used to block but keep it in play?
Yes, sir.
So now Franklin inbounding, and they've got to burn a timeout right there. It'll be a 30-second timeout. There's a thing where you're kind of surprised. You look over at Rose, and they came out and trapped, and the next thing you know, there's nothing you could do.
Nobody was ready for it.
Yeah.
They were ready for it. You know, they thought they were going to get up the ball inbounds. I mean, and you look at that timeout, and maybe in the first game we didn't see that they needed it. As a close game right now,
yeah,
that's a costly timeout. Now, because you have to burn one anyway in the first half. Maybe this is the one you burn with 7:12 to play.
Yeah, so really not a bad timeout overall.
Okay.
You still keep the possession. We saw that in the first game where at one point Hanover inbounded the ball and Transy trapped him.
Yep.
They got away with it there, but they didn't have to call the timeout, but here they do. As you get a good look at Kraus inbounding, and now they pull back.
See, maybe that was the name of the game.
Give them a little surprise. We come up on the 7-minute mark here in the second half of play. Lynn King off the drive, decides to pass it out. It'll be Flat now. Good look at Samples, back to Flat. 10 on the shot clock. Flat got away. Nope, they're going to say, I thought he got away with an offensive foul, but they say they got him right there. So Flat picks up the foul. His first.
The little chug.
You know, the
coach is saying he's been doing it all year long. Come on. Let's see.
By the way,
got the elbow there.
Yeah.
That's a good call.
Yeah, a little shove.
Yep. Now, I don't know if he shoved him as far, like 15 feet away, but
he got a good one in.
Yeah, I did.
Hudkins back in the ball game now for Franklin. Tied at 23. We had a high-scoring first half in the last game. This one right now relatively low scoring. Off the screen, shot fake. Stopping will be Bowman. 13 on the shot clock. Skip pass here from Harden, and he turns it over.
Read it right to it, didn't he?
Yeah, if you're going to do a skip pass, you better make sure it's skippable, and that one wasn't.
Skippable.
It's got to be skippable, Coach.
Is that the word, skippable?
It is.
Skippable is the word of the day.
Kraus will find King. King, the step back. That'll be a two-point shot attempt. Missed it. And the rebound by Chaplin.
I think that was a 4 shot, don't you think?
It was. Chaplin kind of one and done on that one, too. Quick release.
Coach wants to make this a tempo game.
Right now, neither team able to do that effectively. Here's Kraus for 3. Good.
5 on the night for Kraus.
Averaging nearly 15 per ball game.
Lost a pitcher.
And we had a 3 back the other way, tied at 26. 5:29 remaining and counting here in the first half of play. Kraus will find King. Off that screen is Hudkins. He'll drive, now reverse it. Finds King. King, the low block, back out to Hudkins for 3. No. And we've got a rebounding foul against Franklin. We're going to get Kraus on the foul. That'll be number 1. Only 3 fouls right now on Rose, just 4 on Franklin. Coming out of the ball game for Rose will be Max Chaplin. The 6'2 junior will sit down. That's Harden. Double high post right here. Jurek will get it to Harden. The cutter didn't get it, so Kabrick will clear out in the ball game. Change here as Isaac Farnsworth is in. The drive, blocked shot, as Harden can't get it to go. It'll be Franklin basketball. I think it was number 11 who got the block Samples.
I will give that to him.
So now Franklin basketball. Kraus, the entry pass underneath. Nothing there. The kick out by Wiggins. The three-pointer missed at the top by Crow. And Rose will get the rebound, head the other way. Kabrick will find Harden. Harden in the lane. Runner, good. Harden his first 2.
Quiet night for him.
2-point lead. We're at 4 minutes. We'll get one more TV timeout, and the foul call at the other end of the floor. It may be Jurek on the foul, and we've got a timeout. 3:56 remaining in the first half. You're watching the HCAC Basketball Championships on HCAC TV, powered by IndianaSRN. This broadcast copyrighted by IndianaSRN and the HCAC for the private use of our audience. The use of pictures, videos, and audio without the express written permission of the HCAC is prohibited. And as I've said before, with your image contract, nobody can use your image without you getting compensated. So don't even try.
Are you saying that to me or Matt?
Yeah, to you.
Or me?
Yeah.
Yeah, my image. Yeah. I'm a mirror image of you. This is game 98 for me.
I know.
This season. How about you?
Well, I haven't done 98 yet, but
someone needs to hire you more.
I know they should. I'm not on the schedule enough, am I? Wiggins will give up the basketball to Flatt, who's returned to the ball game. Flatt driving, the feed out, the three on the way. Samples is short, and the rebound for Rose-Hulman. That's Jackson. A little bit of a scoring slump going on here over the last couple of possessions.
Kind of a drought here.
Double screen on Flatt, turnover again for Rose. So back the other way we go. Take that back. That screen was actually intended the other way, as we got a foul call. And who'd they get? Flatt on this one? Nope, they're going to get Farnsworth for number 2.
2 quick ones for him.
Farnsworth, a 6'3" sophomore.
That's the job I want right there. Mopping the floor, get in the game free, get to go to the hospitality room.
Yep. Which we haven't done yet, by the way.
No, we have not.
That'll be a halftime adventure. Franklin basketball, 10 on the shot clock. Wiggins shot fake. Kick outside to Samples. Back to Wiggins. Down to 5. Wiggins turns. Lays it off the glass. No. And a foul will put him at the line. They may get Luke Jurek.
Boy, that was at 1 second left on the shot clock.
He did not panic, by the way, at all. And here is Ryan Wiggins, 16 points in the first half. He leads all scores. And by the way, this is our first trip to the free throw line by either team in the first half. Jurek will come out. Back in the ball game will be Trey Wirtz.
Also checking in for Rose-Hulman, number 30, Terrence.
So back to the line, 2:59 remaining, and Franklin a chance to tie the ball game as another change for Rose. Kabrick is out, and coming into the ball game will be Dylan Duff. So Wiggins now with 17. Missed that one. Duff with a rebound will head the other way. Still a 1-point lead here for Rose. Good look here, Duff. Cut off on the baseline. Good defense there by Crow. And a traveling call.
Great defense. Double teamed and backed off. Good play. Franklin has played really well this half.
Yeah, they forced several turnovers here.
And again, you have to place, but this is the third time you played someone, so now you're familiar with what they do. And it's really tough to beat someone 3 times in a row.
I'm not sure that Rose was expecting this guy right here, Wiggins, to have the first half he is having. Gets trapped, nice feed, layup good. That'll be Samples.
His first 2 of the night.
Averages nearly 5 per ball game. Back to a 1-point lead now for Franklin. Near steal. Hicks, cross-court pass, 3 on the way, good. Big bucket by Bowman. He has 9. So now a 2-point lead for Rose. Under 2 minutes to go here in the first half. Wiggins, the handoff to Crow. Crow will take it, give it off to Wiggins once again, and now it'll be Krause. Back outside to Samples. 8 on the shot clock. The drive, the spin, and a lot of contact and a traveling call on Carter Crow. We have a 30-second timeout. Let's take a look at this 3. Haven't seen a whole lot of those tonight other than the shots by Bowman and then the 3 threes by Wiggins. Other than that, we had Crow hit a couple, but we haven't seen as many as we have seen in the previous 2 matchups between these 2 teams, at least in an attempt.
pretty physical.
Yeah.
We got to agree. Both of us agree that pretty physical, but I like the way they're letting them play.
Yeah.
Now, if they let them continue to do that in the second half, great officiating.
Yeah.
If not, they start calling that chippy, then, but I like, both coaches got to like, maybe not like the way it's playing, but maybe enjoying letting them play in the flow.
Yeah. Well, I'll tell you what, only 10 fouls total here in the first half.
And in our first game?
In this one right here.
No, I know. In our first game, though.
Yeah, it went,
pretty quick.
In that second half, in the first game, we were shooting free throws all over.
Yes.
I mean, especially Hanover. As we mentioned earlier, they ended up shooting 23 in the second half.
Hanover is waiting for the winner of this one.
And their players are here, by the way, several of them watching this other semifinal matchup. Skip pass, good look at Hicks, nice spin, gets contact, and the foul will go against either Wiggins or Krause. And they're going to get Matt Krause.
That's his second.
So here is Hicks. 7 points for Hicks unofficially in the first half. Minute 20 to go. And that is their first free throw of the first half. This is the move by Hicks that got him to the line. Back in the ball game for Franklin as that free throw is hit. Lynn King has returned, and also coming in for Rose, Jason Kabrick. And we're down to a minute 15 to go, and a 4-point lead right now for Rose. Wiggins now will set the screen there for Samples. Back to Wiggins. Wiggins pushing his way down low. A lot of contact inside. Kicks it back outside. Now to King. 6 on the shot clock. Fadeaway jumper, no good by Samples. And the rebound pulled down by Wirtz. Boy, Wirtz is 250. You had Jurek at 240. We've got a timeout on the floor. You talk about the size that Rose-Hulman has, and those two guys, I mean, they're just big and physical players. You saw down at the other end, Wirtz, he wasn't backing down from Wiggins at all. They were banging and banging, and he just stood his ground.
Reset this for you, 33-29, Rose-Hulman. 21 seconds on the shot clock. Got to go inside. Got to go inside.
Yeah, it will take a lot right now to get into the bonus on one side. That certainly would be for Franklin, but only one away here for Rose. You get an opportunity to do so if you mentioned, like you said, get it inside, maybe draw another foul here. Halftime will get the official statistics and a chance to run those down. We mentioned already, if you just joined us, Hanover has advanced. A convincing win over Transylvania. We know the Transylvania women won earlier as well, so they go to the championship game. High post to Duff. Duff, pull up from 16, in and out. Battle for the rebound, Hicks. His shot on the way, no. Another offensive rebound, this time by Jackson. So another opportunity here for Rose. There's about a 3-second difference between the game clock and the shot clock. Shot clock down to 7. The drive and the block out of bounds. Give the block there to Samples.
5 seconds left on the shot clock.
So exactly 3.4 between the shot clock and the game clock. Back in the ball game will be Willie Bowman. So with 5, still plenty of time. The inbound. Here is Duff. Fade away, no. Rebound pulled down by Wiggins. 2 seconds to go. Ball loose in the backcourt. That'll do it for the first half of play. Well, nothing decided yet, that's for sure, as Rose-Hulman now a 4-point lead at 33-29. We'll take a timeout. More coming up, the halftime report, and much more. You're watching the HCAC Basketball Championships on HCAC TV, powered by IndianaSRN.
Transylvania is a home away from home. You really do form a community when you arrive here on campus, almost from the first day, honestly.
It's really cool that you can walk across campus on any day and run into faculty or your friends. And I think that really just binds us as a community.
I always thought I wanted to go to a big school, but as soon as I came, I realized the importance of having a personalized education.
I quickly realized how much of a relationship with the professor all the students had, and I could tell that they could just go to the professor for anything they needed, and I really liked that.
You're not a number in a crowd. You really have a personalized experience here, and also when you leave Transy, you're the best in your field.
At Transylvania, you get so many opportunities. You are going to be able to explore your passion in science. You're going to be able to be a part of a play, and you're going to do it in a really exciting community.
It has been one place where I've never stopped working. I've never stopped going between places and having things to do. Sometimes I find myself overcommitted, but I think that's a tribute to how many opportunities there are at Transy.
Being in Lexington specifically is amazing, and having so many opportunities to reach out from Transy's bubble into the Lexington community is something that I wouldn't have gotten at another institution.
My job is so rewarding. I have students that come into my office and I really feel like I can make a difference.
They become creative, they become intellectually nimble, good at dealing with lots of situations.
If I had to describe my Transy experience in one word, it would definitely be personal.
Stimulating,
well-rounded,
worth it.
Location, location, location.
Transformational, life-changing.
Welcome back, Collier Arena, the campus of Hanover College. Troy Dargowski along with Coach Keith Myers. Closed first half. We've gone back and forth as we thought we would, simply because, again, you got the third meeting, as you said. It's hard to beat a team 3 times. But we're going to look at some numbers here in a moment. There's a couple of things that stand out. The one thing that really stood out to me was Rose-Hulman out-rebounding Franklin 23-10 in that first half.
That stand out to me. Here's the big one, though. 16 points in the paint.
Yep.
Rose-Hulman has 16 points in the paint and 16 bench points.
Yeah.
That's pretty impressive.
9 of those offensive rebounds were pulled down also by Rose-Hulman in the first half. Neither team really shot well when you look at what Franklin did. They were at 44%, 38% from three-point range, and then in the other side, it was Rose shooting 42%, 46 from 3. So shooting wasn't where it's supposed to be, but I think we might see that change in the second half.
How about three-point shooting? 6 for 16 for Franklin, 37.5%. For Rose-Hulman, 5 of 11 for 45.5%. Coaches now regrouping. If you're Rose-Hulman, you said, okay, we played flat.
Yeah.
You need to come up and show them why you're the number 2 seed. And, you know, Hanover's hanging out. They had pizza from Red Pepper, I think, down there. And said, so you guys ready for tomorrow? They go, yeah. I guarantee you they're tired. They look tired.
I'll guarantee one other thing, Coach. It was thick crust pizza, too. Wasn't that thin? By the way, only 4 total free throws shot also. Am I right about that in the first half?
That's correct.
Wow.
How about first game?
Well, we had a lot.
Yeah.
I think 26 on one side at least. We mentioned 23 of those in the second half. Quick check of the scoring in the first half of play. Ryan Wiggins, and how about the way he played in just under 15 minutes of play, 16 points, the only player in double figures. I tell you what, if he's not on, I think this ball game is certainly not where it should be if you think about everybody else, but Wiggins had a heck of a first half.
Yeah, he really did. He was 6 for 6 from the field, which is pretty impressive. So, you know, Ryan has to repeat that performance. And then I think you really, Flat is 0 for 3 from 2 land and 0 for 1 for 3-point land. I think he's got to get some scoring. And if that balance comes through, Crow has done a nice job coming off the bench. Those guys have to make the difference. in the second half for Franklin.
By the way, Crow finished with 6, Ryan Wiggins with 16, Matt Krause with 5, 2 by Samples, and then on the other side for Rose, McGowan with 6, 9 points in the first half by Bowman, 3 by Chaplin, 9 by Hicks, Wirtz with 2, and Duff with 2. Second half action coming up. Rose leading at 33-29. You're watching the HCAC Basketball Championships on HCAC TV, powered by IndianaSRN.
Back at Hanover College, talking to our producer off the air, and he goes, "You guys go to bed about this time?" I said, "No, we got a little bit longer to go." But the Blue Plate Special does start at 6 o'clock tomorrow
It does,
morning.
yeah. We'll be up bright and early.
Got a third quarter for you, score for you at Transy. Bluffton leads Anderson 56-46. That is on our sister station on HCAC.TV. Troy, you got Sean Crawl and Jarrett Lewis and David Clark and I forget who they're producing. Oh, Casey Pierce, Mr. Sports.
Yeah, I'm sure he's enjoying football as he would think it is.
We pick on Casey a little bit, but he's very knowledgeable.
In what?
I don't know yet.
I was going to say, he thinks that basketball should be played like outside.
Football. Like pretty physical.
Yeah. He wants football cut down to 1 quarter.
Key here for Franklin, they got to stay in at the first 5 minutes. That first TV timeout, they need to stay about where they are or maybe a little bit better.
We're going to find out as we're ready for the second 20 minutes of play, and it will be Franklin basketball. That is Flat. Rose coming out. Man-to-man defense, as you would expect. Flat with a crossover, takes it in the lane. Good ball movement into the corner there for Crow. Still plenty in the shot clock with 13. The drive, the feed, as Samples gives it up. They got to hurry here. 7, Flat, shot fake. Three-pointer top of the key, no good. And the first attempt by Franklin is no good as McGowan gets the rebound.
And everybody on Rose-Hulman's bench now can breathe.
That was a long possession for Franklin.
And came up empty.
Yeah, to begin the second half. So now Rose basketball, 17-foot jumper on the way, no good by Kabrick. They're one and done, and we have a player go down for Franklin. Looks like it might be that left ankle. I'm not sure if he just turned and as he was heading back, twisted his ankle. But they will lose Samples for a moment anyway, and a change here now for Franklin's. They'll go to their bench. It'll be Ryan Bostic, 6-foot freshman. So a little bit younger now for Franklin. Bostic played his high school basketball at Decatur Central. Wiggins had the hot hand in the first half. Nearly lost it. Gives it out to Kraus. The turn there by Bostic. The entry pass to Wiggins. Wiggins against Jurek. The pass out, turnover. 2 possessions, nothing that time for Franklin. Back the other way. Shot no good by Bowman. Ball goes out of bounds, and they'll say it is off. I believe Jurek is the last to touch it.
Rose-Hulman, more intense defense this half than the first half.
So
both teams, though, empty both times down the floor.
Exactly. So Franklin back the other way. Kraus in the corner. Nope, going to take that back. That's going to be number 15, Crow. He was able to draw the foul, but no shot. They'll take it out on the side.
Jackson's first foul of the night for Rose-Hulman.
So now with the basketball with the shot clock at 20. The drive by that time Crow missing the shot off the attempt. We go back the other way. Shot no good. Ball goes to the floor, and we've got a foul call. Rose-Hulman head coach not happy. Rusty Lloyd pleading his case.
McGowan.
It's only number 1 on McGowan.
Boy, that was physical down there.
By the way, we're 2 minutes in. Neither team able to scratch. Flat now for Franklin. Here's Wiggins. Back to Flat off the handoff. It'll be Kraus at the left elbow. Guarded there by McGowan. Kraus gets a little shove by Jurek. Loses the ball. Gets it to Flat in the corner for 3. Good.
First bucket of the night for Flat.
Averages 4.4, 1-point ball game. Rose-Hulman basketball. Kabrick will find his teammate Harden. Harden fires the 3. Long. Flat with a rebound.
Numbers.
So Rose still not scoring so far. 3 minutes into the second half. Kraus will give it off now to Crow. Nearly stolen away by Jurek. Here's a 3. That's going to be missed, and that's a rare miss tonight by Wiggins. Back the other way we go. Lead pass to Kabrick in the lane. Off the glass, no good. Offensive rebound, put back, yes. That'll be McGowan.
I have him for 8.
First points of the second half, just under the 17-minute mark.
And about where we were.
Yeah. 3-point lead. Wiggins handed off here to Bostic. Bostic driving, left hand no, and a foul against the Fighting Engineers. Let's see, they got number 3 this time, and that'll be Harden picking up number 1. Bostic to the line. Bostic, just a freshman, left-handed shot is good. Bostic getting a chance to play after the injury we saw moments ago when Samples went down. So now 1-point game again. This is Harden. Harden receives the basketball from Jurek. And the kick out to Kabrick. Bowman off the drive, little floater, no. Battle for the rebound and another foul. And right now the rebounding war is going to Rose-Hulman, and McGowan back to the line.
Yeah, you got to get them on your back. You got to block out. You got to be a lot more secure.
You know, we'd mentioned earlier that at halftime, Rose-Hulman had a 13 rebounding advantage, and I think that we are going to look at something here. I'm not sure what it is, if they're going to see if he was shooting. Did he get the ball back up? I think that's the case.
There's the shot.
And it hit the rim. Looked like to me got the attempt to back up again.
The previous foul is now on number 40, Matt Krause.
So they changed it to Krause.
His third personal foul.
You know, that's a big foul right there for Franklin.
And I tell you what, that's a great shot by our camera guy and from our producer putting that back on there because they're using our replay. Good job, fellas.
So that's going to put McGowan at the line for 2. And so, again, Krause, the leading scorer for Franklin, as the free throw is good. He's in foul trouble with 3. Still a close ball game, and see if he's going to come out here pretty soon. Looks like they're going to bring Cody Samples back in.
No call, no call.
No call. The drive, nothing there for Crow. Here is Flat. Back to Wiggins, shot fake. Wiggins pull-up jumper. This is his night. He has 19. 17 in the first half. Quickly back the other way, layup good at the other end by Jurek.
First 2 points of the night.
Coming up on 15 minutes here in the second half. Each team has had the lead in the ball game. It's gone back and forth. The drive, Wiggins picks up the loose basketball in the lane. Good again as he took it right at Jurek.
21.
I want to remind you, only averages 6.8.
Thank you. Appreciate that. I'm sure Mama and Dad's happy.
Well, they should be. It's a 1-point ball game again. This is Harden. The high screen there by Jurek. Harden will find his open teammate on the right wing. Will drive, pull up in the lane. No good by Kabrick. And the rebound, Wiggins.
He's doing it on both ends of the floor right now.
And they need him to, simply from the standpoint rebounding hasn't been there. That's a short shot there by Ryan Bostic. As Harden will bring it across the 10-second line. We're back in the half court. Kabrick out front, three-pointer by Bowman, no good. Offensive rebound, no, by McGowan. Puts it back up, ball loose in the lane, foul on the floor, and boy, a couple opportunities right there for McGowan. We've got a timeout on the floor. You're watching the HCAC Basketball Championships on HCAC TV, powered by IndianaSRN.
Talk about that.
39-38. Take a look at this replay right here. That's Wiggins again. That little shot fake looked like you.
Yeah, I know. That's what I did. You know, with the little tight court that I have in the backyard for the granddaughters, you know, because my granddaughters are basketball players.
Yeah.
Well, they want to be basketball players just like their grandpa did. But, you know, that 3-foot goal, man, I could block shots.
I know.
Take it to the hole. I broke the rim the other day. I had to super glue it back.
And you don't mind running those little kids over to get to the ball, do
No,
you?
take the charge.
They need to learn how to be tough.
That's right. I told Mary she got to learn how to take the charge.
She will eventually.
She will.
Here's Harden. Rose-Hulman leading it by 1. Here's a 3 on the way, missed by Hicks. This time the rebound underneath. Good job that time by King. Chance here for Franklin. King against Jurek. Here's Crow off the screen. Kicks it back once again to King. Kraus. Left side. Zabostic. Shot clock at 10. The screen for Samples. The kickback. King passes up the 3. And they'll work it again to Kraus. In the corner. 3-pointer. Good. There is Carter Crow.
9 on the night. And now a 2-point lead by Franklin.
Franklin back in front, as Coach had mentioned. Here's Chaplin. Nothing off the drive to Bowman, and left side now to Harden. Harden gets the screen from Jurek. That's Jurek right there. The screen was actually set by Hicks. Here's a 3 the other way, no good by Harden. Ball loose in the lane. And who's going to come away with it? Rose will get another chance. Good hustle by Bowman. The drive and contact, offensive foul against Terry Hicks and Rose-Hulman.
And the momentum has definitely switched a little bit to Franklin. First of all, you got to get inside the arc. Great take there, and then you got to take that hit, because that's not an easy hit, folks. I would still be down on the floor with a gurney, IV, whatever.
Yeah, he's a big guy.
They took a hit.
Took it square on. Back in the ball game now for Rose-Hulman will be Dylan Duff. He's number 20. There's the screen by Kraus. He'll step out and receive. Good cover there by Hicks. 13 on the shot clock. The drive, ball tip. Saving it from going out of bounds is Samples. They're going to have to hurry. 6 on the shot clock. Skip pass to King. King, another skip pass. The floater no good, as coming up empty is Bostic. Rose-Hulman with a rebound. That'll be Jackson. He'll find his teammate Chaplin for 3. No. Rebound underneath by Hicks. Put back, no. Gets another rebound, no. Then tipped up by Jurek, and they're going to wave it off. More offensive rebounding by Rose-Hulman. But they say the foul was on the floor before the tip in, and we're going to see some changes. Back in the ball game will be Wiggins. Flat is back in for Franklin.
They give that to Crow, his second.
So now Rose will inbound with 20 on the shot clock. This is Hicks. Dylan Duff will work it around the perimeter into the hands of Jackson. Skip pass once again to Duff. Clock hits at 7. Here's Duff. 17 away. No good. Rebound Wiggins. Franklin basketball. They'll push it quickly. Up the right sideline. Inside to Kraus. Turns baseline and scores.
7th point of the night. 40 seconds to go in the women's game. Anderson 62. Bluffton 60.
Pass intended for Jurek. Able to run it down. Gets it inside, stripped. Jackson able to get it back. The drive by Duff, contact, and Duff will go hard to the floor. Foul called against Franklin. And we've got a timeout on the floor. You're watching the HCAC Basketball Championships on HCAC TV, powered by IndianaSRN.
They say nice guys don't finish first. So maybe it's time to reconsider what it means to be first.
It's about being your best, but knowing you can be even better.
It's being present, but respectful of history.
Sure you want to make that move?
It's donating something more valuable than money.
It's believing in yourself and something bigger.
It's coming from different families, but treating each other like brothers.
It's not just being a man, it's being a Mason.
We encourage you to subscribe to our YouTube channel, IndianaSRN. Hit the bell to get notifications for upcoming games and more. Watch as many games as you want, as many times as you want. 43-39 back here at Collier Arena. Hanover's advanced. They're waiting.
We got people in the lobby of the Fairfield Madison Hotel watching this game on IndianaSRN.
And that's where we're staying if we have any
No, don't tell people that.
Oh, we don't want the groupies to
No.
know? Okay. Because I know they'll be there waiting for us.
Yeah.
Inbound pass. Ball loose. Picked up there by Wirtz. Skip pass on the right side. The drive there by Chaplin. Reverses it once again. Now to the hands of Jackson. Here's Wirtz. Wirtz against Wiggins. Wirtz draws the double team, turns it over. Flat will come away with it here for Franklin, trying to build on a 4-point lead. Franklin to Wiggins. Wiggins against Wirtz at the other end. Wiggins in the lane, tries an up and under, no. Back to Krause, near steal by Hicks. They'll reset it with 10 on the shot clock. Here's Jackson off the drive. Back to Wiggins, and a foul call. They're going to get Hicks. I believe that's number 3. I think we're going to grind this thing out the rest of the way.
This is going to be a grind, you bet.
So far, we've almost played 9 minutes. Franklin has outscored Rose-Hulman 14-6. Three-pointer up and good, and there he is again. Ryan Wiggins. Where did he come from?
I don't know, folks, but he's got 23.
Wiggins out of Brownsburg. Drive in the lane, and a foul call right there on Samples, and the Grizzlies didn't like that call. They thought it was a tie-up.
It's nice to see that young man back on the floor.
Yeah. Take a look at this. This is the Wiggins show here tonight. You leave me alone. He looked to the right, and it wasn't bad defense by Wirtz. Sometimes you just got to say good shot. Off the inbound, baseline jumper, no good by Chaplin. And there's Wiggins again.
And I'm telling you, the difference is they're getting now the rebounds.
Here's a 3. Krause, no.
Maybe too quick.
Wirtz the rebound. Outlet pass will find. Jackson will bring it across the timeline as we're coming up on 10 minutes. Jackson is stolen away. Nice hands on the defensive side by Samples. And then we got a foul call. Well, Rose really, let's just they're just not playing as well as we probably expected them to at this point. They've had some runs, Coach, but not consistently.
Yeah, good point. And I think a lot of that is it goes back. You got to beat someone 3 times. They know you. They probably studied you like crazy all this week.
There's a nice drive back to Wiggins.
Boy, Wiggins was going to fire it out.
Wirtz knew that too. Good look here at Samples. Back to Wiggins. Another 3. No, this time. And high for the rebound. Hicks for Rose. Hicks quickly pushing it up the left sideline. We'll work it out front now to Harden. Good look here again at Hicks. On the drive, drew contact, nothing. Wiggins another rebound for Franklin.
And I think he was. I really thought that maybe he thought he got contact and didn't, and they passed on it. You got to go stronger straight up because he was not square to the basket.
Tipped out of bounds at the other end by Duff. 7-point lead here for Franklin with 9:35 to go in the second half. The number 6 seed trying to get to the championship tomorrow. Wiggins sets the high screen. Little hesitation there. Samples gets it back to Wiggins. Missed it. Offensive rebound. Put back. Good. There is Carter Crow.
And the rebounding that Rose-Hulman was getting earlier this half, they're not getting.
Good look there at Wirtz. Hicks and around the perimeter. Now to Harden, and a traveling call on Harden. And nothing going right here in the second half for Rose-Hulman.
And this crowd has turned into being the Franklin Grizzly home crowd.
Yeah, the Hanover people want to see an upset. We've got a full timeout right here. You're watching the HCAC Basketball Championships on HCAC TV, powered by IndianaSRN. But right now, it's a 9-point lead for Franklin. Coach, we saw an upset on the women's side.
Women's side, Anderson 68, Bluffton 63. It will be Anderson and Transy tomorrow evening, 6 o'clock start on our sister station.
So Franklin trying to build the lead in the corner for three. Another big bucket by Crow.
You think that was the play he drew up?
14 by Crow. He averages 7. We talked about Wiggins. Those two guys have stepped up big here tonight. Now the biggest lead of the ball game. Here's Harden. Will find Wirtz for three. The other way. Big guy steps out.
That requires him a little bit.
He has 5. And there's contact by Hicks. Hicks says, I didn't get him. But that was a lot of contact there that sent Samples to the floor. That's the 7th team foul now on Rose. So take a look at this three the other way. The big left-hander stepping out. You know what I liked about that? He was ready to follow his shot. Not a lot of guys do that anymore. They shoot and go the other way.
Well, they're ready to play defense.
Yeah,
I've already shot the ball.
It's your
turn to take the layup.
Yeah, there's guys down there to rebound. Let them take care of it. I've done my job. So to the free throw line. That one hard off the back of the iron, and the rebound by Harden.
And if you're going to win this game, you got to knock down your free throws.
The drive inside, contact, layup good by Harden. That's a tough shot.
Here they come back.
Back to 7. You don't expect the number 2 seed
to go away quietly.
Exactly.
That's right.
Here's Krause, his shot on the way, no. And high for the rebound, that time Bowman. Quick outlet pass to Harden. He's going to push it quickly. Looks to Wirtz. Wirtz gets it back outside for 3. Bowman good. And just like that, Rose-Hulman right back in this ball game. This is a full timeout. You're watching the HCAC Basketball Championships on HCAC TV, powered by IndianaSRN. Well, you thought maybe Franklin was going to get a little bit of a run going, but guess what? Rose-Hulman coming right back. The big 3 right there by Bowman. He now has 12, all from three-point range, and just like that, it's down to a 4-point lead.
Yeah, you know, you just can't tell anymore in basketball. No. It's just
Yeah, that three-point basket can really do a lot of nice things for you if you need to get some quick points. One of the officials over talking with the head coach for Franklin. So I'm not sure if we have an issue with a substitution, but I've noticed the Franklin coach has a score lineup card in his hand or something of that nature. Want to make sure everybody's correct in the scorebook. Well, still not satisfied. You know, they don't come up and tell us like they do CBS and ESPN.
No.
They need to get a runner up here and tell us what's going on.
We're fine.
I think we need a runner.
Okay. I think they may put the foul on the wrong guy, so they're going to make sure to double checking here. But this is not a reviewable.
No.
So you cannot review this one. So that's why they're at the official book and not the monitor. And everybody seems to be happy, I think.
Well, they may not be happy or whatever the case is, but we're going to play anyway. 4-point lead. Krause will bring the ball up the floor now for Franklin.
Rusty Lloyd may not be happy.
This is Crow. Wiggins. Flat will bypass, then receive at midcourt. Give it off now to Krause. Shot clock at 10. Wiggins. Left side now to Samples. Flat looking inside, nothing there. Back out to Samples, no. And a lot of jersey being pulled there by Wirtz. Ball goes out of bounds, and McGowan thought he got pushed from behind by Wiggins, and no whistle. I know McGowan is pleading his case right there, but the official said no.
Well, there was a lot of jersey pulling there.
Yeah, Wiggins and Krause got hung up a little bit. And so now the ball inbounded in the corner and a fresh 20 on the shot clock right here. Wiggins will set the high screen, gets it back from Samples, fires and hits again. I don't know what his career high is, but he's got 26. 53-47. This is Harden. Inside, McGowan good, so McGowan answers.
He's got 12.
Back to 4. Krause, bounce pass will find Flat on the wing, drives baseline right off the glass and good.
That's his 5th point of the night. Got his average.
And that all coming in the second half, back to 6. This is Harden. Pull up from 16, no good. Battle for the loose basketball. Franklin will come away with it. Here's Flat. And now they'll slow it up and set it up in the half court. Krause with the screen, the step out, the 3 on the way, good. All in rhythm.
10 on the night.
Back to 9.
Wow.
Here's Harden, the high screen, Wirtz. And they'll work it around the perimeter as Hudson to take that back. Harden with the basketball, back to Wirtz, and they'll swing it left side. 3 the other way short by Bowman. Well, they did a nice job reversing it back, but I think Bowman was a little off balance. So now Franklin. Will they pull off the upset here? Flat will find Wiggins. Here is Samples. Samples, the screen by Wiggins, back to Flat at the left elbow. Flat will put it on the floor, down the lane, blocked out of bounds, and the block will go to McGowan.
You know, Flat reminds me of Brian Cardinal back in the day of Purdue. Always on the floor, dirty uniform.
Yep. And had a good NBA career, by the way.
Yes, he did.
The entry pass to Wiggins, and he traveled with it. He got bodied up pretty good that time by Wirtz, and he thought that Wirtz pushed him. But that'll be a turnover, and coach is even saying the same thing. You have to be really strong inside in this one. This is Harden. Wirtz will give it up now to Bowman. Back to Wirtz. Bowman receives out front, reverses it left side now to Harden. Harden driving, the kick out. 8 on the shot clock. Drive in the lane, shot blocked as Chaplin can't get it to go. Receiving the basketball loose out front is Bowman. He missed the runner. Coming away with it is Wiggins. Still a 9-point lead. This is Flat, the screen by Krause. Flat, look for the roll to the outside. The official said the ball was tipped, not a double dribble there.
That's a good call by the official.
The drive down the lane, left hand, good. Samples. 11-point lead now for Franklin. And a foul called and a little shoving going on between Flat and Chaplin. Take a look at this last play again. Strong drive, too. He got it by the much bigger Wirtz at 6'7". Coming out of the ball game is McGowan now, and back in will be Jurek.
And Krause picked up his 4th. That's crucial. 4:12 to play.
Franklin lost to this team twice. They're now trying to pick up an upset as the number 6 seed. Skip pass, shot fake, Bowman for 3, no. Rebound tip by Jurek, but coming away with it once again is Ryan Wiggins. Still an 11-point lead, 3:49 to go. Franklin with the basketball once again. This is Samples at the left elbow. Here's Krause, guarded there by Bowman. Krause takes it baseline, spins, off the glass, good.
Krause's 12-pointer of the night.
Everything going right for Franklin. Biggest lead of the ball game right now. The kick out. Here's Hicks for 3. And he can't get it to go. The ball did hit, I believe, the guide wire up top. And we've got a timeout on the floor. You're watching the HCAC Basketball Championships on HCAC TV, powered by IndianaSRN. Well, we've had one upset on the women's side already tonight. Anderson advancing. We are maybe close to an upset here, so get the upset alert flag out.
Too much time.
Oh.
Too much time.
But I'll tell you what, if I'm Franklin right now, I'm using a lot of clock on offense, try to get myself to the basket as much as I can.
Because I'm shooting the bonus.
I'm shooting the bonus. And you know one thing, you're going to see Rose. They're going to press right here.
Oh, yeah, here comes man-to-man everywhere.
They know time is of the essence as well. So Anderson trying to build on a 13-point lead right here. Krause will find Flat. The drive by Flat. Got the defender in the air and scores. 7 by Flat in the second half. The lead at 15. Rose-Hulman will get it to Hicks. Hicks, the drive, the feed in the corner. Kabrick back out front to Duff. Here's a pull-up jumper now by Kabrick, no good. Rebound by Dylan Duff. Duff fires, misses, and guess who? Wiggins with a rebound.
Boy, they have come up empty the last 4 times down the floor.
And Franklin's getting the rebound, as you said a little bit ago. They're starting to rebound much better. Drive this time by Samples.
What you don't want to do is be
Loose basketball in the backcourt. It'll be Flatt who will pick it up. 6 on the shot clock. Lead pass to Krause. Shot fake drive. Basket good.
Boy, when things go your way, things go your way. That looked like 7 seconds on the shot clock.
He did not panic. Hicks spins in the lane. Good off the front of the rim. He has 11. 15-point lead under 2 minutes to go. Franklin basketball right here. They can run this thing down to about 1 minute and 30. With Krause with the basketball, we'll find his teammate Crow. Crow with a left-hand dribble, little push off there, nothing. It'll be Wiggins. And
down
now
to 5.
Now to the hands of Samples. Back out to Krause for 3. I have a feeling that Franklin is going to win this game now. Here's the drive down the lane. Wiggins got a piece of it. Late whistle, and that'll put Chaplin at the line. Wirtz will come back in.
That foul is on Wiggins. You know how many fouls he has on tonight?
How many?
That's 1.
1.
What a player.
Well, he has stepped up big. I mean, you cannot overemphasize what he has done tonight. Free throw good by Chaplin. A couple of new players coming in. Sambit Ram is in. He wears number 24 for Rose, and number 21, Sam Nunn. He's out of Franklin. Ram is out of Buffalo Grove, Illinois. Second free throw's on the way and good as well. Chaplin getting his first 2 points of the night. And they get the steal. Here's the shot from 3. No good by Duff. Ball goes out of bounds. And that's the one thing Anderson, or should take that back, Franklin can't do, is get careless with the basketball on the inbound. Don't just turn and throw it thinking nobody's going to be there to steal it, and they did that time, but got away with it. And we got a timeout off the inbound here. So Franklin able to get the timeout. It'll be a 30-second timeout. I want to remind you again, the championship game tomorrow is at 6 o'clock. So we'll be on the air at about 5:45, and we'll have a lot to talk about if they continue to win this game.
Yeah, we'll talk about this game and the first game of the night. Great basketball. Glad that you joined us tonight on the HCAC.TV.
Yeah, that's what makes it fun, Coach, is when you are number 6 seed, nobody expects you to do much, and the next thing you know, like you said earlier, you got this team the 3rd time.
That's why they call them Cinderella.
Yeah.
And I think they're ready to put on the shoe.
They're getting close.
I really do think they, because you know, you win if you win this game, you feel like we can do anything.
Yeah. Well, and they will have to play well tomorrow, no doubt about it, the way that Hanover played earlier tonight. The inbound will find Samples, and there's a foul on Sam Nunn. And they don't have much choice at this point. They don't want Franklin to come down and run a lot of clock. But now you got to hope that there'll be some missed free throws. It was a 71-64 win earlier by Rose. They beat Franklin the second time by 26.
Sample on his 5th point.
Talk about a big turnaround. In that game, by the way, that second game was only played on February 18th, so it's not like it was at the beginning of the year. Wirtz is coming out. Yep, that's going to be Trey Wirtz. He's a grad student here for Rose, so his career is over here tonight as number 44 coming in, Simon Blair, a freshman out of Wagoner, Oklahoma. That 3 is missed by Chaplin, and it's going to go to Franklin. Franklin's going to empty their bench. And you hear the fans that are cheering on the Franklin Grizzlies are going to advance to the championship game tomorrow. Foul called there again on Sam Nunn, and that'll give extra players a chance to come into the ball game. Reese Sherrill will come in out of Shoals, Indiana. Hunter Bruce out of Boonville. Mason Tharp out of Clayton, Indiana, played at Cascade High School. And Jacob Deere out of Union, Kentucky, a 6'7" freshman, has also entered the lineup. Well, this is not just a win for Franklin in the tournament. This is a convincing win by Franklin in the second half, especially.
And the crazy thing is, anything can happen now in a championship game. You got to, and one of the things you have to do, how much legs did you use? Did you use everything, or do you have something left? And I guarantee you now, as an underdog, you walk in and walk through, and you're going, Coach, we got this.
Yeah.
There's no sweat. You know, you got to rest. You know, it's going to be after 9 o'clock. You get on the bus. You probably go to the hotel. You got to eat a meal. Got to be in bed, but, you know, I'm sure there's a walkthrough tomorrow morning about 9:30, ready to go for the 6 o'clock start tomorrow night.
Where are you taking us for our
we're not.
evening meal?
We're going straight to the hotel.
Here's a three the other way, missed in the ball game there. Eddie Simon Jr. out of St. Louis. Also in the ball game is that's Simon getting it back and will be fouled, and Ron Farrell has come in, the 6-foot sophomore. He's out of Washington.
You look at both of these rosters, and they're pretty young. These teams
are
young.
They got a lot of underclassmen. In fact, you look at this Rose-Hulman team, they have one senior and one grad student.
Well, you look at Franklin, they have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 freshmen.
It's a lot.
Freshmen drove me nuts.
You know what they say about freshmen?
They become sophomores.
Yeah, that's the best
thing. Then they become juniors. The bad thing is they're seniors.
Yeah. Second free throw is good. Franklin can run it out right here and advance to the championship game tomorrow. A convincing 19-point win as Franklin pulls off the upset here tonight, 73-54. Again, a reminder, the championship game tomorrow night, 6 o'clock, right here on HCAC TV and IndianaSRN. We'll be on the air with a pregame at 5:45. Make sure you join us at that time. Want to thank you for being with us. And again, tomorrow, Franklin against Hanover in the championship game. Thanks to the entire crew. You've been watching the HCAC Basketball Championships on HCAC TV and IndianaSRN.